back, everyone, to another episode of Figuring Out Epilepsy, where we talk about all things epilepsy plus more. Today, we have a very special guest. We have Abigail with us. Do you go by Abby?
I told Mike this just on my live earlier. She asked this as well. So, in childhood, I was very picky about it, but I go by Abigail, like, to non-close family and friends, but to,
Okay.
like, close family and friends in epilepsy community, I also consider it. So, I go Abby for close friends, but otherwise,
Okay. So Abby's okay?
Yeah, Abby's okay.
Okay. That's actually my mom's name. My mom's name is Abigail, which is Abigail in Spanish, and most people call her Abby.
Actually, that's funny. We got a friend of ours that is Mexican heritage, and he calls me Abigail.
Mm,
So
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. You and my mom have the same name. So I just really wanted to get to know you a little bit better and just hear about your epilepsy journey.
yeah, it's been a long, but yeah.
So when were you diagnosed with epilepsy?
I've been diagnosed since birth.
Okay. So you were
Yeah.
born with it? What kind of seizures do you have?
That's the thing. I don't necessarily know what seizures, because growing up with epilepsy, you're just, oh, you have epilepsy. It's not necessarily like, oh, you have tonic-clonic. Oh, you have grand mal. It's just like, oh, you have epilepsy.
Huh. That's interesting. They never told you what kind you have. Can I ask you what happens when you have a seizure?
Yeah, I was telling Mike this as well earlier, but you just mentioned everything that was happening on earlier. But yeah, so I would just, my right hand go over my head.
I'm sorry, what was that?
My right hand would simply go over my head.
Okay. Okay. And how has epilepsy affected you?
I mean, mentally, socially, it's affected me in a lot of ways. I mean, you feel like you have friends, you really don't.
Yeah.
You're kind of a loner.
Yeah.
Regard. I mean, when you grow up with epilepsy, it's not really like, oh yeah, you have epilepsy. That's really cool. It's not. It's childhood
Yeah.
epilepsy really. I'm not gonna say triggering, but I'm gonna say.
And during school, how has epilepsy affected you for your schoolwork?
So I got bullied, and I got a lot of people that bullied me. And like examples of what people bullied me about is I got called Ebola and stuff
That's
like
mean.
that.
That's so mean. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So I got called Ebola when I was in sixth grade.
That's so mean. That's so horrible.
And then like they fake tripping me upstairs.
They would fake trip you up the stairs?
Yeah, downstairs.
Oh, down the stairs? That's horrible.
And then also so like in seventh grade now, they would tell me, hey, it would be funny if you spit on the person because I have not. I, would accidentally spit on people when I see them. I don't do it on purpose. I really don't. I just,
Yeah, it's not something like you can control. It's not like you're doing it on purpose and trying to be mean.
So I got OSS for no reason.
What explain to us what OSS is?
Out of school suspension.
Oh, okay.
Like suspension for, a referral and stuff like
And they didn't, your school didn't understand, like, hey, maybe it has something to do with your epilepsy or something.
No,
Like they were just,
tried to, because I'm so friendly with the administration at the time. I didn't understand I might have trouble instead of what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, give you kind of like a little bit of a leniency because it's not like you're out here purposely doing it. So it seems really unfair that you're out here getting in trouble for it.
no.
Yeah. That's horrible. So, but you're in college now though, right?
College now, but
How's college different?
it's different because they got me to a Christian college as well. So I'm not, as fully as when I was in school.
Okay. And what are you studying?
So I'm actually in a special program for individuals with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
So basically I'm studying, but
I'm sorry, what was that?
basically I'm studying.
But you're in school. It's amazing.
The program I'm in is for individuals with disabilities. It's not like
It's still an accomplishment. It's still amazing the fact that you are in school. You could have stopped like right after high school, but you're going to college and you live at the dorms, don't you?
I live at the dorms too, yeah.
How's that? How's living at the dorms?
Well, you live with another individual in your program, which is, fine, but with the high intellect that with my I think I would be living with who's not the program, but that's just me.
Were you able to make friends at school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So things got a little bit better for you.
It got a little bit better, but it's not.
It's not ideal.
Not ideal. Like,
Yeah, we gotta look at the positive sometimes, and and I've heard, I don't know if you ever heard like Miles tell an interview of like why he started his movie. He said that when he was volunteering for the epilepsy camp, the teenagers that he met, he said that they never had a friend before. So I think it seems like it's like common in the epilepsy community where
or the
young
other
kids,
where you have a situation where you have friends, in reality trying to be your friend.
they're not real friends.
They're not real friends.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone pretty much deals with that in high school because I didn't really have real friends back in high school either. I had a lot of friends, but they weren't real friends. The majority of them I don't even talk to. They actually stopped talking to me when I became pregnant with my daughter. So
yeah,
I think that's just, sometimes kids they don't know any better.
or they don't understand. That's the other.
Yeah, they don't understand. That's why talking about epilepsy is so important. So we can just continue to educate people and bring awareness to epilepsy. So maybe it'll be easier for the next kids that are in school, and then their peers have a better understanding. But you just started posting on social media. What made you want to start posting?
Yeah. So yeah. Into that, I think the Cameron Boyd situation all just kind of, I was 18 at the just trying to take hold of that and trying, I'm not going to say rewrite my narrative, but trying to find my own narrative in that sense.
Mm.
You know.
That's really brave of you. It's not easy to be posting about your life and something like epilepsy on social media. It's definitely a brave thing for you to do.
Oh, and I think also I'm what I would say is a child of epilepsy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those children that basically lived with epilepsy. So, like,
Yeah.
getting child to basically, uh, like, take it all in and have adulthood to, you know,
Yeah.
talk about it and advocate it is, you know, essential.
I'm sure there's going to be lots of kids out there who are going to be able to relate to your story and look up to you, and it's a really great thing what you're doing, you know. And you started your podcast. Congratulations.
I have yet to record the third episode, but
You did a first episode. I was able to listen to part of it, and it was really good.
yeah,
Were you nervous at all starting a podcast? What made you want to start a podcast?
I think what made me want to start is, again, Cameron Boyce. He's the driving force of, I don't know, I don't want to say my generation, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
when you talk about like Gen Z and like anything related to that generation, he's kind of at the center of it all. Cause like
Yeah. So you were a big fan of Cameron Boyce?
I was and still am.
My
Was
daughter too. She loves Cameron Boyce.
yeah,
With Jesse, The Descendants,
and
Grown Ups. She
well,
had me watching all of those like shows and movies with her.
well,
And she still to this day still watches them.
more like Jesse and Descendants, but
Not so much Grown Ups.
not
That's
so.
an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, with not so much grown ups, but
Yeah, my daughter got into Adam Sandler movies because of that movie, because of Grown Ups. Because Cameron Boyce when it was in it, she watched it for Cameron Boyce and then got into the other Adam Sandler movies.
okay. So I apparently also watched Jake and the Neverland Pirates growing up, and he
Mm-hmm.
was the voice of Jake, and I was like, huh? Okay.
Yeah. I liked Cameron Boyce. I'm not afraid to say like the Descendant movies. They got some good movies. Like they were pretty catchy.
And I will not be afraid to say that I am afraid to watch the fourth movie. Like,
I honestly don't know how many movies I've seen just because like my daughter will put it on and she's like, Mom, let's watch this movie. I'm like, okay. I don't know which ones I've seen. I've probably seen them all. I probably haven't. I don't know. But they are really good movies. If you guys ever want to watch it, you can catch it on Disney Plus. They're all right there.
they're
They're
all
really
right.
good.
Jesse and they're all right there.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to in the future? What's your goal?
Well, my goal is to eventually move in with my boyfriend who I've been dating for a year. Over a
Okay.
year, 9 months. But short-term goal is to like gain independence and
Okay.
you know
That's exciting.
stuff like that. Like, oh, I want to move in with my boyfriend. I know it's possible, but
Does he go to the same school as you?
no. So he actually doesn't go to college.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is he up to?
He currently unemployed.
Okay, that's all right. The job market is hard these days. Like it's not easy getting a job.
Yeah, on top of that, I'm like, okay.
So what are you hoping with starting Instagram. Are you gonna expand to like TikToks and stuff?
Well, I have a TikTok. I don't.
Oh, you
know,
do?
I put my an author too. So I write books on Wattpad. So I kind of put everything on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
And
one
you,
to, like, I'm one to like have it used as you can, lose track.
yeah. I don't really post on TikTok. You can mostly find me on Instagram, to be honest. Like I like going on TikTok, but I don't post. I'm mostly just scrolling on TikTok
Yeah,
when I'm on there.
that's me too, but I post every so often.
Yeah. Well, and especially now with the ban, like who knows, TikTok might not even be around, so
Yeah.
so it's all right. Um where so where what kind of subjects or what kind of topics are you going to be discussing on your podcast?
Oh, I did a little intro to epilepsy, a little bit into my story last week, and then like this week and like the next week are gonna be about health and anxiety.
Okay, that's perfect for May since it's Mental Health Awareness Month.
That's also like just how music can help and stuff like that.
And have like I don't know how much you want to share, but have you gone through mental health issues? I mean,
A little bit.
a little bit.
Oh, I'll say this: like, when an individual who's a child, so we're talking minor, individual who's minor, who has a disability, it's it happen, but like at the same time, trying to like, I've had the I shouldn't even say privilege, but like my when my okay, so my dad is a pastor, and I kind of had my foot in three doors at once. I had my foot stuck in the what I like to call the medical door, which is
Okay.
my epilepsy and my treatment. I had my foot stuck in the childhood door,
Okay.
which is trying to have my childhood, but
Yeah.
overall had to be a grown up. And then I had my foot stuck in the past kid door, where it was like you had to grow up pretty fast, and then
Yeah.
So when you have your foot stuck in three separate doors for three separate things, it's
Yeah.
so I won't necessarily say I had mental health. Sometimes it felt like that, but it wasn't.
You had some hard times but you were able to overcome.
Right. That's the best way to put it.
That's wonderful though. That's wonderful because it's mental health isn't always the easiest thing. That's what's I've gone through quite a few issues when it comes to my mental health. I'll probably end up doing an episode later on about it, but yeah, it's not an easy thing to deal with. And the fact that you were able to overcome it, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, what are you up to these days?
These days in summer break right now, so it's
You don't have any plans for the summer?
I mean, plans for this summer are go to North Carolina for my cousin's graduation and boyfriend. Then we're going to New York for a bit.
I like North Carolina. I've been there and I've been to South Carolina. North Carolina, we were in what is that beach called? Guernsey?
I would
Something
not be
beach. Something beach.
tell you.
I don't remember what it's called. It was by the beach though. It was nice. I liked it. I made some really cool friends over there, so it was nice.
And then apparently, good cold Jason told me there are rats. Worry about. So
Jason as an XXX
yeah,
ghost. Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
Jason told me it's rad. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Jason's funny. Make sure you check out Jason and Robert's lives. They go live like all the time. And then you're going live too. I see you going on live more and more.
Well, also I like to be because like I talk to Chris and Mike and every so often, so it's not.
Okay. That's what I need to do. I need to start going on live more because I honestly, the only time I go on is when I'm a guest on someone else's live. Like me starting my own, it's a rare occasion.
Occasion. I'm like, oh, she's live. Oh, she's live with someone else. Okay.
Yeah, it's never my live. It's always someone else, and it's usually like Robert's or it's Jason's. Like it's never my own live. I hardly ever go live. I need to start. I get nervous. I get so nervous.
That's how I was in the beginning too, but now I do it with.
You're just so used to it. You're a professional now. You're over here live all the time, and you're just doing your own thing.
Well,
that's
also,
great.
You gotta think about it. Like I run my own podcast too, and I, run my page. I run everything, so it's not like I'm. Oh, let's do this. It's just.
Yeah. Are you what is your goals for as far as like your social media life? Like where are you trying to get to?
I don't have any. I just kind of let it go and I think it was Jason, me, and Chris talking about this earlier, but we were talking about like follower count, and we were talking about like should it matter? And
that's a good topic.
It really shouldn't. I mean, for me at least, the follower count doesn't matter. What I pay attention to is, are you a part of the epilepsy community? And do you know?
Why is that important to you that they're a part of the epilepsy community?
Because then they're getting the information they need.
Okay. See, I do this is where things like you can see different people's perspective and stuff, because the way I run mine is like I try to reach people who aren't in the epilepsy community too.
Oh, okay. I do it both ways. But also mainly.
Yeah. Your focus is on the epilepsy community.
Mainly.
That's good. That's good that you have. Yeah, that's good that you have like what you want as far as your account goes.
And also, like, they have to be a young adult.
Okay.
In college, preferably, but also.
Well, I'm not as young as you, but I'm in college. Do I still count?
Well, you count because you're an epilepsy advocate. You don't.
I think I'm like 10 years older than you, and I'm still in college.
I'm 23. Try again.
Yeah. I'm 34, so I'm 11 years older. Dang. But I'm still in college, so I count.
What I mean is, like, individuals like you and Jason and everyone else, like, epilepsy advocates, I just accept automatically. But
you know what would be cool to see on your page is your life, trying to balance college life with epilepsy.
And I'm gonna do that.
That would be cool.
I'm gonna do that like next semester. Everything on my page right now is just.
You're just getting. Yeah, I get it. You're just getting started. It's like it's all brand new, but I think that would be cool to kind of see how people balance their college life with epilepsy, especially since you're living at the dorms. I think that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, like what I'm gonna post is like pictures of the dorm that I live in and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool.
Like, I have very interesting stuff coming up. Don't worry. But
Yeah, I was hoping that would come up because I don't live on the dorms. I go to school online and stuff. So I think it would be cool to see that and to see how you balance everything. And I think that would give everyone like something to aspire to. Like, hey, Abby's doing it. I can do it too. She's out here
Yeah,
living in the
yeah.
dorm. She's out here advocating for epilepsy and going to college. She's doing it all. So I think it would be like a nice thing to see because you don't get to see that very often. I haven't seen it. You're like the first page that I've seen that it's based like on college and stuff.
Well, also, like, where my page came from, actually, was a Cameron Boyce, like, support group chat.
Oh.
Yeah, so shout out Cameron Boyce Foundation.
You should definitely, since you love Cameron Boyce, you should volunteer for his foundation. That'd be cool.
So it's like Cameron Boyce Foundation. Like, how it actually came about was I was in the support group a few months prior, and it would be so cool if you started an Instagram.
Oh, okay. And that's why you started your page.
Yeah, just because it would be, like this off the cuff thing. Like, it would be so cool if.
Yeah. That's good. That's great that you have people that are encouraging you to, share your story and advocate. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What's been the hardest part since you started posting on social media?
I think either being this or just trying to like stay on stick.
Mm. Yeah. For me, it's consistency. I have a hard time. I have a hard time because, like, I get tired, so I'm like, I don't want to post, but I do.
Well, I try every day or within 3 to 4 days.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy doing the whole social media thing. It's definitely a hard task. Like, I definitely commend anyone who wants to post and share their life on social media. What would be a tip that you would tell people, like, if they wanted to start posting on social media?
First of all, you need guts to do it.
Yes, that's for sure.
Like, I'm not even gonna say anything else. First, you need to do it.
For sure, because you're opening yourself up to a lot of people's opinions and thoughts. Yeah.
Second of all, you need to like know your audience. You need to know like what platform you're going for, because like if you don't know that,
Yeah. Makes things a little bit more difficult. Niche down. Yeah. That's another good advice. Do you have any other advice, or do you want to tell before we get going? Do you want to tell the audience anything about yourself or epilepsy or anything that we haven't touched on?
yeah, I'd say like, I mean, given, but just keep an eye on your medications. I mean, those medications, even if you just skip one, it's gonna,
Affect you. Yeah. Do you have any tips on how you can be consistent with your medications?
So yeah, I have a drug, box.
The
like
pill organizer things?
the pill organizer.
Yep, they come in handy. I'm telling you, I have one for medication and one for vitamins.
I run with pills, and I'm like,
It's such a hassle. It's honestly such a hassle taking so many pills every single day. Like, you end up forgetting because you're just living your life, but it gets pretty annoying to take all those pills.
yeah.
Anything else you want to let everyone know?
No.
You're all good. And then if you want to check out her podcast, it's going to be down in the description box below. I'll also link her Instagram so you can go follow her. And I hope everything goes well for you next semester. Have fun this summer. Enjoy yourself. and we'll definitely talk. We'll have to have you back on the podcast, and
Hey, I'm down for it. So,
maybe we'll go live one of these days.
hey,
But
here first before I.
yeah, we'll see if we can like do a live together. But thank you everyone for listening to the podcast, supporting, liking as always, and definitely check out the description box. And I'll see you on the next episode of Figuring Out Epilepsy.